Welcome to Season 2, Episode 8 of the Georgian Surrogacy Podcast. My name is Liz Tripodi, and I thank you all for tuning in today. It's been a few weeks since the last podcast. I've been a little bit unwell, so you might hear my voice a little bit breathier than normal. I'm still on the road to recovery after having a virus the last few weeks. I've got a very special guest with me today. It is the wonderful Tatiana Panteleeva from Chachava Clinic. Tatiana has been an international patient coordinator at Chachava for the past 10 years, and very special for me, she was actually my patient coordinator. So Tatiana, welcome.
Hello, Liz. Hello, everyone. I am thrilled to be here with you and having this podcast today. We are actually here in Sydney.
We are.
We are having meetings with our lovely couples, with couples who have finished their journeys already and have wonderful babies born at Chachava Clinic in Georgia. And we met couples as well who are currently in the process and the ones who are going to start surrogacy programs in Georgia at Chachava Clinic. So I am feeling very special here, and it is a very emotional trip for us, and I'm very thankful to everyone for coming, and thank you, Liz, for making this trip so special.
You're welcome. So officially, welcome to Australia. How have you enjoyed it so far?
Oh my goodness, I love it here, and this trip was quite long. To come here was not that easy, but it went very smoothly, and we have enjoyed being in Melbourne a few days, and now in Sydney, and we are having a lovely weather. This is a cultural shock for us as well. Because it is really bright, and the city is so energetic, and it is multicultural. It reminds me a little bit of Tbilisi because it is as well as multicultural, and we feel really welcomed. And me and my colleague once are here. Thanks to you, Liz, and to this beautiful country and city. We feel very, very welcomed and very happy to be here.
So I think the amazing thing, and so many people around the world will know of Tatiana, because she has been with Chachava for such a long time. You know, Tatiana, you are known as like the elder statesman at Chachava, because you have been a patient coordinator for such a long time, longer than everybody else.
I was the first one, actually.
Yeah, there you go.
Already 10 years.
Yeah. Yes. And not only that, but you must have seen so many changes in the last 10 years. So I met you almost 7 years ago. And of course, back then, when I started on this journey, you know, not many people knew about surrogacy in Georgia. So talk me through your role, your career. How has things changed? Yeah,
with pleasure. Yes, you're right. It's already 10 years, and it's really hard to realize how time flies. It started, of course, very differently, and it is very different where we are now. But our goal from the very beginning was to create such environment and such packages, program process for surrogacy in Georgia, so it would be comfortable for our parents. They would have maximum care. When coming to Georgia, we were thinking of, the legal aspect of the whole story, the medical treatment, organizational factors. So we wanted from the very beginning that it is as perfect as possible. But of course, with the time, experience, and working with so many couples from different countries, we have learned a lot, and we have been working on improving our services, our programs, our support level since then. And these were the years of development for us as well.
Yeah.
So we have learned a lot from with when working with couples, that even when there are like fixed packages and fixed services, medical or legal, it is always a very individual journey, and we try to provide the highest level of support and care, because it is so. It still needs to be very tailored to every specific particular case. So I can see that improvement a lot. Our team has grown a lot in the last years, and now we have special support groups as well for different case scenarios.
And I think that's what sets Chachava apart from everybody else, apart from the fact that everything is under the one roof, organisational, legal, medical, which is, there is nothing, and I know you've said this to me before, but there is nothing like Chachava anywhere.
Yes.
Is the fact that we do have different teams that look after different parts of the process. So there's ourselves as coordinators who look after our patients. Then we have a team that look after the surrogates. You know, we have a team that look after donors. We have, you know, all different teams.
Yes,
so,
exactly.
Yeah.
And we think it is very important to provide as much care as possible for our parents, because coming from another country to Georgia for such a emotional, specific project, it is very important. And we try our best back in Georgia that all our international patients feel safe, feel taken care of, and feel happy as well, because the stress of the trip, of the exit process, being with the newborn, being a new parent, is already very high level stress for the parents. So I think this is our advantage for sure. And the team, I have to mention one more time, and I say loud always, that together with the amazing medical facility, along with the high professional doctors, the whole team, all members of our clinic are amazing, warm people who really care about each patient and want this patient to succeed as soon as possible, and try to provide so much care and support so that the patient don't feel lonely in this journey.
Absolutely. So have a sip of your coffee.
Thank you.
It's early in the morning here. So I'm going to take you back to memory lane. So when I started this journey, I did some research and, you know, came across Chachava online, and you replied to my email, and, you know, we had back then it was Skype. There was no Zoom or anything like that. It was Skype. You know, Skype's over now. Skype finished last month.
I know, yes.
It's a bit of end of an era.
Exactly.
And, you know, from my first meeting with you, I just felt so hopeful and so calm. And I thought to myself, you know what, maybe we really do have a chance here. And then, of course, as you know, actually, one of the things I do want to mention, I know I've said this in a previous podcast, but I don't know if I've said this to you personally, is, you know, all the people that I had spoke to when we were going through this process at the start. And the reason why we picked Chachava, you know, and you was because you were the only person who could actually give me answers to my questions. And you never hesitated. You knew exactly what you were talking about. And I want to thank you for that, because you knew your stuff. You knew, and the questions that I was asking you, and as in any intended parent, when you're going through this journey, we encourage to ask as many questions as possible. And the sillier, the better. There is no such thing as a non-silly question. You know, you want to get answers. And Tatiana, you were the only one who didn't hesitate with any questions that I asked, and you gave me instant answers, whereas other people delayed or said, I don't know, we'll see about that later or whatever. So I want to thank you for that, because you kept your word. When we went to Tbilisi, and Tatiana will remember this, and I woke up the morning we arrived at Chachava, Tatiana comes knocking at the door, I just burst into tears.
So that was very emotional. I remember that day, and it was unbelievable. It was the start of your real journey then.
Yes.
Yeah, because usually couples, when they start their research, they take their time, which is fine and which is needed to be. They do some research, and actually when they come to Georgia, to Tbilisi, and wake up at the hotel or in Chachava's hotel room, then it becomes real.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it is our reality. We are really working on that. I think they...
Michael and I remember I was like, where are we? Where have we come? And I remember we followed you around for a tour. We were like these two little puppy dogs, like with our head between our tails, sort of peering around the corner, and you were just so happy and bright, but you were very nurturing and loving, and that's, as couples, you could see that it was you felt it. You feel your patience. I know that from you because we have been on this journey together for 18 months, that you feel every high, every low along with your patients. I mean, another thing you got to remember, and I just thought of this, you were the person to tell me that my children were born.
Okay.
Or when I look back through our messages, you were, they arrived, and here's the photos.
Yes.
And I was and you were the first person that we told. You said, what are their names for the birth certificate?
Yes,
and I wrote them down with the spelling in our WhatsApp message.
Yeah.
And like, Tatiana, honestly, like, I'm going to cry. Like, you. It's like you gave birth to my children.
Yeah, we as coordinators, we really feel like a part of the family always.
Oh, absolutely.
Because we go through so many things together. It's like, the journey is challenging, and there are not always good news. There are bad news as well, but we go through it together.
Yeah.
Our whole team becomes also very sad when sometimes embryo transfer doesn't work. Yes, there is no pregnancy, but we support each other and we cheer up that next time will work. And when there is a successful pregnancy and a positive blood test, heartbeat, then the whole team is like, yay! So everyone is screaming and very happy. So that's why we feel as well. Thank you for your words, and I appreciate that very much. It is very important for us as well, and we feel that like couples, they also love to share with us their good news and bad news, how they feel. Not only we from Georgia share our news about the journey, but also how the couples feel, because we are together for a long time.
Yeah.
Surrogacy is a long-term project. It may take from 1 year to 2 years, so it depends on the case. So, of course, we have a very a good relationship as well, and very frequent communication.
And I think that's a really important word, is relationship. You need to be comfortable with your coordinator because they are the person that you are dealing with from the very start to the finish.
Yes.
And I think if you don't click with your coordinator, then I think that's a very big part of the process. I think finding that right person is, and one of the things I know that we're very proud of at Chachava, and you can attest to this because you yourself have been there 10 years, is we do not have a high turnover of team. Our team have been there for years.
Yes, that's
and
true.
That is so important in a trusted organisation, that you know that the team are happy where they work, the team is a family, and you're not going to find out tomorrow or next week that your coordinator has left or someone has left and they're going to be replaced and you've got to start a relationship with somebody all over again. And we're very proud of that fact.
That's true. This is very important. Very important. And we as coordinators, we feel so much connected with our couples as well, because our work policies as well, that one coordinator works with one couple, though we are still a team and we support each other in all ways. But exactly this what Liz mentioned, right? So the first call, yes, she remembers the first call. She remembers when the babies were born, and this is like months and months apart. And we are together in this journey. We live all these moments together, and this makes this relationship so special. And that's why we are, as coordinators as well, are so happy to keep in touch with our couples.
And you saw the twins for the first time in 4.5 years, and you were like, "Where's my babies?"
This is so amazing, and this experience is so special to us, because we see babies when they are born, and usually couples leave within like few weeks after birth, and we frequently receive updates from our couples with pictures how babies look like now. But meeting their life, it's so emotional and special, and it is so lovely.
Well, in Melbourne and Sydney, we got to catch up with some past families.
Yes.
I know you got to see some past couples with their babies, and that must have been amazing for you.
Yeah, I am so grateful that they could come to our meetings, and it was so special to me to see our kids growing, that all of them are thriving, kids are happy, parents are over the moon. So every day I think about how great my job is. Yes, how lucky I am to be in this, working in this field in general, and helping other couples to become parents. I am myself a mother of 2 children, 2 girls, and I think there is nothing that can, make a woman and a family, of course, happier than having children.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I want to ask you, so what is your best piece of advice for anyone new that is starting on this journey?
Oh, yes, that's a very good question. I think be brave, be brave and trust the process. Because the anxiety level to start the project, I think, is preparation time is the longest in this journey. And it takes time. It takes, a desire and wish really to start it. And lots of people are anxious because the journey takes place on another continent, and it's an unknown country with unknown language and this and that. So there are many question marks. But exactly having such a unique facility providing these services all together under one roof, as it is in Chachava Clinic, makes this journey so much easier. So just be brave, start the process. As soon as you start and connect with your coordinator and, find out about the program, see the matching package for you, and start the process, then it goes very smoothly till the end. And within a year or 2 years, you become parents. So there is nothing else that I would add, I think.
What do you want to, Georgia's changed so much over the last few years as well, even since the first visit when we were there nearly 7 years ago. Yes. What changes have you seen with your wonderful city?
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I see lots of changes. The city became more organized, I would say, because, Tbilisi is a very energetic city. You can feel like that there are so many cultures living and lots of cars and lots of people moving around the street, like Sydney a little bit, I would say. So it has changed a lot. Yes, it became better, I would say. There are more parks now for parents with kids. There are so many cafes and restaurants, so different cuisine, lots of concerts. Tbilisi and Georgia in general is an ancient country, and it's an old city with amazing history, music, cuisine, art, and it offers lots of things for tourists in Tbilisi and our parents when they stay in Tbilisi and waiting for the passport. They can do so many things. They can go out. They can attend concerts, visit art galleries. They can do everything. So it's really very vibrant city that offers a lot. So and the climate in Georgia, I have to mention, is very mild. It's very sunny, and it's very nice weather. And of course, the people are very warm. They are very friendly. Young people on the street all the time, artists, and they do speak English. And it is a very good experience, I think, for our parents to stay in Tbilisi for a few weeks after birth, so they can not only learn how to take care of a newborn at this challenging time, but also explore the city, explore the neighborhoods. And there are many touristic places around Tbilisi as well. So it is very easy to go on one-day tours even, or two-day tours. And this is how they can explore the history and understand Georgian culture more and get more connected to this environment where their child was born.
Absolutely. I wanted to ask you now, you speak multiple languages. All of us coordinators, actually, we're great, isn't it? We speak so many different languages now together as a team.
Oh, yes.
So, but you speak Georgian?
I speak Georgian.
Russian.
I speak Russian because I am originally from Russia. I speak English and German. My colleague Wanza speaks fluently Chinese
Mandarin,
language.
Yep.
Yes, she speaks English and Georgian.
And then there's me,
and Ellen, and you,
Italian and English, and I think Elena
speaks English,
and she speak, I think, Spanish as well. I think she can speak a little bit of Spanish. Well, Elena, if you don't speak Spanish, you're going to start to learn to speak Spanish.
That's true.
So, okay, so to wrap it up, let me ask you, if you were going through this journey and you were starting, but knowing what you know, what would you do? What would you do? What is the best piece of advice, or what would you suggest? Because I think I myself would say, and I say this to a lot of people, the best time to start surrogacy is yesterday.
Yeah.
I feel like if you've already wasted so much time with everything else, just don't delay. How do you feel? What's your...
I agree 1000% with that. And this is what I always say to my couples as well, because usually the surrogacy is the last stop solution for them. Exactly like you mentioned, after all the years of the treatments and unsuccessful trials, people are exhausted. They have spent so much time, efforts, money on all these treatments, and they really want to be successful. That's the only thing that they want. They are tired, exhausted, and that's why, for sure, my advice is not to delay the process. We've seen that the life was really crazy, the last year. So many things happened, and all these things delay our personal life, and also planning a family. So please do not delay becoming a parent, because this is the most beautiful thing in our lives. And the program takes time, the planning, trip, everything takes time. So the sooner you start, the better.
Absolutely. Well, if you would like to speak to Tatiana, you can get in contact with her at tatiana@chachava.ge, or you can contact me via the podcast, and I'm happy to pass on Tatiana's details. Anything that you would like to add before we go?
Oh, first of all, thank you so much for having us here. It is very special. And to all the parents listening to this podcast, I just want to add that please don't delay. You're not alone in this. We are here to help you and support you in all ways. Just reach out, get into contact with us, and we will do our best to help you.
Absolutely. Thanks everyone for listening to this episode, and I will catch you on the next episode of the Georgian Surrogacy Podcast. Tatiana and my colleague Gwansa, very safe travels back to Georgia, and I will see you both later in the year, and we'll speak to you soon.
Bye.